What's up guys, it's Oblivious Gamer here, and well, today Anime Expo happened and Bandai Namco actually had a live stream where they revealed and talked a bit about upcoming games, and one of those games was a Jujutsu Kaisen game, which of course got people a bit excited. Now, this game is called Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash, and it's basically an arena fighter. Yay! What everybody wants. At this point, it feels like every anime franchise just gets a arena fighter because it's just, I don't know, it's easy probably to do it. Now, before I talk a bit more about my thoughts and disdain to many arena fighters, let's give some information about the game, who's developing, what we can expect. So, Jujutsu Kaisen Curse Clash was announced for the PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. This is gonna be a 2v2 action game. So it's gonna be a 2 versus 2 arena fighting game, and it's being developed by Biking. Now, for those that don't know, Biking is pretty well known as a developer behind Gunslinger Stratos. Also, they did do the My Hero 1 Justice games, so that probably gives you an idea of like what do you expect from them with Jujutsu Kaisen Curse Clash. They did of course reveal a trailer. It's pretty short, 1 minute 30 seconds. We get to see some glimpse of gameplay. Graphically, the game looks okay. It's not something that looks visually stunning. It's okay. Gameplay wise, they do show some bits, but that's pretty much it. We really don't get to see much how the game is gonna go. And yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting it, but at the same time, I'm not surprised. It feels... Bandai does love doing arena fighters, especially for anime or manga IPs. How this game is gonna turn out, I really don't know, but a lot of arena fighters, they tend to sell okay, I guess, which is probably why they keep doing it. At the long run, obviously, they become empty husks with not a lot of people playing them, but I guess like a big seller is obviously the IP. You get to play as your favorite character from the anime or manga that you like. But through the core, there's always really some big problems with many arena fighters. That's not to say there are good ones, because there are, and people obviously have their favorite ones. For me, I'm just a bit tired of the games and formula, and this ties into what I'm saying. I feel arena fighters, they don't have as much complexity when you compare to some fighting games that I do play. I feel these games always try to balance out and cater more towards an average fan of the franchise, you know, that want to pick up the controller, press some buttons, and feel like they are the character and feel powerful. Because a lot of these arena fighters tend to have a problem where characters tend to follow a very basic combo route, or they tend to be very basic with what they can do, or sometimes they just have a balance problems where some characters are just too overwhelming, which at the same time it's in the nature of, you know, trying to keep realistic to the IP because that character is just so powerful. And for me, in the long run, especially if this is something that has multiplayer, it's just not fun. For me, I enjoy complexity. I want to be rewarded for, you know, taking my time with character, also playing against a balanced roster. And I feel a lot of arena fighters just don't nail that, and we tend to have so many just go forgotten because they're bad or they're not well done. I mean, you have the 7 Deadly Sins arena fighter, which probably a lot of you guys have forgotten. You probably also remember the One Punch Man arena fighter, which wasn't that good. At the same time, a lot of these games just tend to become like okay-ish. Demon Slayer was okay, it was fun, but it really didn't turn out to too much stuff. My Hero 1 Justice 1 and 2 were again okay. I know there's people that love them, but I don't feel they really make that big of an impact. Kill la Kill If was like an attempt of trying to make a arena fighter that was like more in depth. It had a smaller roster because there was supposed to be a lot more depth for each character, but again, it didn't set the world on fire. It slowly just fade out into the existence. Jump Force, I think it was okay. I just hated the way the game looked. I thought it was horrible. Anyhow, we're talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. Like I said, I look at these and I don't know, I'm not very convinced because I'm tired of arena fighters and there's really not a lot here for me. That doesn't mean that you can't enjoy or this is something that like maybe you are looking forward to it, and that's 100% fine. Like, if you're looking forward to it, that's great. It's just me not being excited. Of course, because of the content that I do, and I do impressions and reviews, I will be giving this game a shot and giving my opinion once it's out. But right now my bar is set pretty low for what to expect with this game. Maybe it turns out to be something fun and it blows me away and I'm like, hey, turns out this thing is pretty good. Who knows? But for now, my expectations are very surface level. But in the end of the day, it's not always about me. What are your thoughts? I'm a huge Jujutsu Kaisen fan, so of course I want to see Jujutsu Kaisen video games, just not arena fighters. But that's just me. Maybe you are excited for this game. Feel free to leave your thoughts down below. This has been Oblivious Gamer, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.